This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, and welcome to today's edition of the Pitstop, where you, my friends in the sim racing community, are the real star of today's show, and we are here to just BS about today's sim racing news and various topics in the gaming industry. I originally started this out being very much sim racing only, but we have kind of expanded the list of news as people send me more stories to cover the gaming community, eSport in general, and a few other topics, even real life in some cases. So, but here we are on a Thursday, April 19th, to talk about today's sim racing news. And there's quite a bit going on, a lot of it just out there in the industry, a lot of it going on here at the Simpit, including today we are going to have a SimVibe giveaway at the end of the show, compliments of Sim Experience. So you'll have to stay tuned and find out how to get involved on that. So what do we have going on in the world of sim racing today? Number one, at Project Cars 2, we are down to the last day. I've been telling you about this. It is their Porsche photo mode competition. You know, if there's ever a contest to get in that's as easy as can be in sim racing, it's a photo competition, because you don't have to be a great driver. You don't have to be a great painter. You don't have to be a great tuner. You just have to be able to take a car out on track and find a good scenic location. So anyway, I'm just telling you because they are doing a giveaway. I think you can get some actual Porsche Project Cars posters as part of the reward, which would be cool. I should do that because I'd like those posters on the wall here at the Simpit. Anyway, maybe you guys can go win it and send me your winning poster. Last day to take advantage of that, though. Next up, I'm not going to play the entire video, and we've covered a lot of the details, but one of the biggest topics right now is the F1 2017 eSports series, with the real sanctioning from Formula 1 and the draft day with all the Formula 1 teams. Someone clarified, Timo yesterday clarified, if you are a driver with a team, as long as you have permission from that team to enter, you can participate in that and be drafted by one of those teammates, or one of those teams, and actually represent that team and still maintain your, Team Redline or ACR, or whatever team you are with. So that is one thing we did clarify after yesterday's show, but there is a video there that shows you their whole thing, and this is all at F1 eSport. It's also at the F1 2017 Formula 1 The Game Twitter feed. So more and more details playing out on that one as it's really underway. Now it is actually underway. And we're moving along. Don't know if they're back online. This is 5 hours ago. Race Room was offline doing maintenance mode. So if you try to get in there today, then you probably had some bad luck. I'm sure it'll be up. If it's not already, I'm sure it will be up very soon. And this is the biggest joke in sim racing. Sean Cole giving away 1080 ties. I do not have any 1080s. You guys know I have stutter and choppy issues. The video card could be one of those reasons why. I am in no position to be doing a giveaway. See, Max is outraged. I agree. Hey. Max, come here. There's nothing to bark at, buddy. I hope not. I hope no one's coming to get me. Max! Oh, there's no stopping him now. It's over. FA Racing G2 Logitech. They have, look at this team. Look at the dominance. This is all in the F1 eSport qualifying. It's on multi-platform. No, I don't have 970s to give away either. I have no video cards. I have two. One in each machine. Anyway, the FA Racing, the Fernando Alonso Racing Logitech team, these guys placed on all three platforms. So in that first event, you had them on the PS4, you had Kem Bossy and Sebastian Job taking first and second. On the PC, you had Joni Tormala and Isaac Price, second and sixth. And on the Xbox, Isaac Price coming in fifth place. So these guys are racking them up. These guys are kicking ass. Gotta give them credit where credit is due. Good job of picking that team. Max just ate one of the 1080s. Brad, I agree. When you get your 1180, send me your 1080. I have plenty of faith in that car still. Occasionally, I like to promote various different leagues when there's a good time to get in there. If you're looking for some competition, looking for a place to hang out and guys to race with, it's not always easy to find a good racing environment. But RR Leagues is in their second Summer of Thunder 18 series. Clash of the Classics, they're going to be running the legendary BMW M3 and the Mercedes 190. That seems very familiar to me. With 6 rounds of action. And this is going to be on Race Room. So if you're looking for that, you can check out RR Leagues. And that's at their Twitter feed for RR Leagues. Yanni. All right, thank you guys. We'll go back and that was Yanni Tormala. Did I get that part right? Yanni Tormala and Isaac Price coming in 2nd and 6th place. Just Isaac, look at that. I didn't even catch that. He placed, well, top 10 at least in the PC and the Xbox version. I need a cat. One of those hairless white cats. No. I have a dog. My dog would eat that cat. This is kind of cool news. So we all know, and I'm waiting on one to arrive here. It's actually in transport. I'm moving, so I have things kind of delayed right now with the move, but as soon as I move, one is on the way. TSS handbrake and shifter thingy for the PC. It is now going to be coming out for the PS4 and the Xbox as well, sometime between June and September of this year, which is going to be great for the PS4 and Xbox drivers. Cool thing, you know, AMD, I'm going to keep talking about it because this is going to be big with the pricing of everything, you know. AMD's back, but here's a whole review about memory, overclocking, voltage, and streaming using the Ryzen chipsets, various different ones, and I'm going to have to watch that in great detail because I'm getting ready for an upgrade. And right now, I'm not sure. I might just be leading to build a new AMD machine. It's been a long time, so it might be time. Including... right here, there's a whole article about talking about how the new Ryzen, I'm not sure new, but the 2700 is, in fact, 10% faster than the 1700 when gaming. And stuff I'll be paying attention to. Again, I'm about to do my upgrade here. Hairless cat. We have a name for the breed. I will give a set of stickers to the first person who can tell me the name of breed of the hairless cats. Christopher, I don't have it handy right now. If you send me a link somehow, I might be able to pull it up. Is that the one I mentioned in the past, Christopher? Dan, probably. I'm very behind on emails with me being out of town for a week or on vacation, essentially. Here's an article at onedirt.com talking about how iRacing is definitely changing the dirt track game. You know, and they referenced dirt track racing, which was one of my favorites back in time for sure. And we can find flaws, and the Patreon group, we talk about these flaws all the time in iRacing's dirt. And Billy Strange is somebody who has extensive outlaw type cars, sprint cars, and talks about some of the things that are good and bad about it. But regardless of it being perfect or not, you gotta give them credit where credit's due. Once again, I think I already said that today, but iRacing really has changed dirt. It is the only sim in town where you can just race so many different disciplines of dirt racing at a high sim level, which is great. And I've had a lot of fun on various different, but if you want to check that out, it's at onedirt.com. PNA's PNY, they have the GTX 1060 for $230 right now on Amazon, which is good because there is sort of a stocking issue on the GTX cards. That's $30 under, and 1060, I don't know, you guys already want the 1180 Ti. Xbox has more plans, or announcing more on what they're planning. They've branched off from E3 this year, so when you talk about the next gen of Forza, which they already announced, it's going to be at E3. It's going to be a big headliner for them. It used to be good, but now it's an arcade. So you're saying they've basically gone back to being dirt track racing? Billy, did you ever play dirt track racing? How much did you play dirt track racing? But they are branching out, and they're going to be working across the street at the Microsoft Theater. and not necessarily taking part in E3 is in the same capacity that we're accustomed to. NVIDIA quickly went online saying, hey, we've restocked, we've resupplied on our graphics card. This is directly through regarding yesterday's challenge, Dan? I believe so. Bear with me. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to keep up with so many things simultaneously. Next gen of Forza Horizon. Correct, Tom. Thank you. Yes, I didn't finish that sentence. Cool, funny story. So these were going to be at MSRP, but sure enough, they're already out of stock of everything except for the the Titan XP for $1,200, which I believe is, I'm sorry, I'm just tuning in. Jesse's getting himself a Vive tomorrow. Vive Pro, congratulations. Yeah, I love that game. That was a great game, Dirt Track Racing. I love that one. All right, moving right along. GT Planet actually took the new Audis out for a test drive. That is our thumbnail of the day. I have not had a chance, so if you want to hear about how those are, you're going to head over to GT Planet, and you'll hear about the new, futuristic Audi and the GT Sport Audi Vision cars that they have, which are remarkable cars, and another step or phase for Gran Turismo is it's just always been very innovative and always pushing the curve in some ways, you know. They're always part of our sim pizza, that's for sure. Here's a whole thing with some gameplay showing the streets, motocross, jet sprint, drift, and Grand Prix racing, all part of Crew 2. This is at GameSpot. I'll play just a touch of the video just so you get a sense. Great looking graphics. I love the real street, the real town, the real buildings, street lights, even though it's been sectioned off for the racetrack. That's cool to me. Graphics look good. Jet boat. I don't know if I want that in the same game, but I've always loved these jet boats and these like carved out canal type areas. That looks pretty fun. More driving. Looks like maybe a drift mode of sorts. So, Crew 2, I think, futuristic IndyCar. Formula E, maybe? I can't hear it. Crew 2, I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure that game will be fun. And, probably worth doing for a Monday Fun Day. And for a lot of people, it might even be just a game they can keep going back to for entertainment's sakes. Yeah, I think so, too, Tom. I think it looks kind of neat. I hate talking about the loot boxes because it doesn't necessarily directly apply to most of sim racing, but Dutch Gambling Authority declared some loot boxes gambling, gave the devs only 8 weeks to fix it. I think they had told and warned people in advance. Going one step further, the fallout of EA's loot box controversy is still being felt throughout the gaming community. This is one of those things. I agree, John Hill. Don't know if they have a cockpit. We can try to watch. Well, you guys can check out longer portion of that video and see if they ever show any cockpit view. Oh, there's the motocross. We missed that also from the roof cam, so to speak. Yeah, I haven't seen any cockpit view at all. This came in for John Hill. Thank you, John Hill. John Hill, I thank you for that. I thank you for helping out at Long Beach this weekend, and plenty of things you do behind the scenes just to help things move along here. Always got great ideas and giving me a hand, so I appreciate all your help, John Hill. But he sent this in today saying that F1 acquires stake in Play On and launches their own daily fantasy game. This is at racer.com. You think about how much Formula One is reaching out right now in various different ways to capture new markets. You think about the F1 TV, 20 channels being available on your cell phone or your computer to that crowd. I mean, that's a younger crowd than the typical in-the-seat audience. You think of the whole F1 eSport and the draft day and everything we've been talking about with that. Obviously going after that gaming community, after that eSport crowd, after that younger audience. And now they've acquired or taken a stake in Play On, and that's a £30 million or $42 million valuation company. And that's a big deal. That's a big investment. That's getting them in deeply involved to, again, go after a younger audience, those guys on cell phones, on their computers, not their typical clientele of yesteryear. And so this is F1 really coming after us, you guys. We've been the freaks. I mean, I can't, you know, if you've been around sim racing as long as I have, we were just the freaks of the world for so long. And organizations, racers, they would joke about what we did to an extent. So anyway, Play On, now an official partner with Formula One. And you can play it for free, play it for cash, watch F1 TV live, each race through it. Wow. Pick a team and build that team and play. So something that could be fun. Maybe some of you guys will let me know if it is fun. And that takes me to the end of the straight up news. I have a few more things to talk about. You think about the interview we did with Emily. We think about Sim Racing Girl. We think about the countless amounts of real life women in racing that I have met. You know, but anytime the topic of women come up, you get your naysayers. You get your people who want to think that women can't do what men can do. And in racing, I think I'd even dare to say that certain women could even have an advantage. Hey, a woman could be smaller and lighter than a man in some cases. But this overlaps with my hero of the day. And this has nothing to do with sim racing. But when we think about the great sim racers, it's not limited to racing. But any of you know there was a pretty horrific incident that ended up in a death, unfortunately. But Tammy Jo Schultz, who is one of the first female fighter pilots, and was actually stationed at Port Magoo, which is right there. This lady handled things perfectly, and the world's calling her hero. With a blown-out engine and a blown-out side of the plane, she not only landed the plane, which you'd expect of a good pilot, which she's a great pilot, the composure, the way that if you heard the radio, and if you go, this is at CNN, and this actually has the audio transmission, and if you listened, you wouldn't even know that there was an emergency. The way the composure she handled. So next time you're out there wondering if women can race, women can do anything, including save your life on a plane. So my hero of the day is Tammy Jo Schultz, and way to go, Tammy. Let's see. Let's move on to today and tonight and other things going on. Let's first of all, Billy Strange is in the audience, and he threw down the gauntlet with that Project Cars 2 challenge. And we had a few people who did come after him, and a few people who succeeded and a few who failed. So let's go ahead and give some credit where credit's due. Tim Chitwood with a 136.2 almost made that top 10, but just outside of it and didn't beat Billy. Dave McCubby. I'm sorry. I think that's McAvoy. I'm sorry. Dave McAvoy. There you go. Dave came in 10th place with a 136.399. Almost getting there, but not quite. But our victor of the day goes to Black Cyborg, double pass screen name, who did knock Billy down with a 123.363. Billy sitting in second, and I believe in this one I actually see somebody else did squeeze into the front running spot. Wasn't it here? Dan MC, there you are. I did not get your email, but I see it here. Is this yours? And I screwed it up. 122.120. So Dan MC in first, double pass in second. Billy Strange knocked down to third. But I want to thank you guys for sending that in. That's really awesome. I really appreciate it. And it's our way of having a little bit of fun in addition to doing the news. I'm always telling you guys, get out there, have fun. Go after these leaderboards, make challenges for yourself, and get out there and do it. So, congratulations to all you guys, and I really appreciate if any of you guys, Billy, Dan, Tim, Dave, Black Cyborg, any of you guys want a set of Simpit stickers, just send me an email, Sean, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com, and let me know if you want black, orange, or white, and I'll send them out right away. Beyond that, today, I promise you, today, it is pretty much done, but not quite. It'll be done within an hour or so. My interview with Jessica Lopez. So, talking about people who've been around sim racing a long time, anybody will remember Jessica Lopez, the queen of sim racing. She alone changed the face of inside sim racing and put it on a real growth curve and helped that show really find its place in the community and on YouTube and all of that. That interview will be today, and I will have that out in the next few hours for sure. You will be able to tune in and get that. And it's a fun catch-up with Jessica. It's been a long time since we've seen or talked to her. We're going to get to find out what's going on in her life. Beyond that, tonight will be the Simpit Exos Challenge. We are at Donington Park GP. 1 hour race. Tough track. And this is the 4th race of our 6-week season. And we are really having some good battles in this series. And I've had some good battles. I've had some good races. And I've had some nightmares. I've done almost no practice. Well, no, almost isn't even the word. I've done 0 laps yet. I've been busy with other things. I got to get on my horse and get ready for tonight's race, because right now, it's not looking good for me. I'm sitting 8th in the standings right now. Ethan Dean leading the way with 298 points. Austin Oganowski in 2nd with 295 points. Ricardo Mascarenas with 278. There's no catching those 3 guys, even on your best day, let alone if you're sitting in 8th. Stan Donnet in 4th. Brandon Waters in 5th. Joa Antonio in 6th. Tom Jones in 7th. Myself in 8th. Leif Hellberg in 9th. George Vidal rounding out our top 10 going into tonight's race. And if you want to know where you stand on our leaderboard, if you've been running on our practice servers, and Dennis, the big one, thank you so much for supplying those servers for us. But if you ever want to race with us, just go on Assetto Corsa, do a search in the multiplayer room for Simpit, and you will find our rooms. And we also have a leaderboard. If you go to simpit.com, you click on leaderboard, you're going to see exactly where you stand. Ricardo Mascarenas is the fastest so far in practice with a 1:11.850. And our very own Nicholas Ravencroft sitting in 2nd. David Grunhill rounds out the top 3 in practice, with tonight being the first race. Lots of fun going on there, and I'm looking forward to tonight's race, but I have a lot of work to do it. And that takes us to our final topic of the day. You might have saw or heard yesterday in the chat, Darren Ganji of Sim Experience was in the shop, and he decided that he would put up a SimVibe license. So if you don't know what SimVibe is, it is a great product. If you have a butt kicker or any kind of tactile generating machine, vibration piece, whatever you want to call them, transducer, and you run it off of audio, SimVibe basically changes it from running off of audio to running off of the game signals, like the same thing that drives your force feedback in your wheel, the same thing that drives a motion system. So now those vibrations are tied to exactly what you want them to, not just generically run off of a base frequency, which is an awesome thing. You're talking about a $90 piece of software, works with anywhere between 1 and multiple different transducers. If you want SimVibe, there's going to be a slight intelligence test here. You're going to have to email me, Sean, at thesimpit.com, and then the subject line of the message, so that I can find it in my email, it needs to say, I want SimVibe. All right? I don't care what you put in the message, but in the subject line, it must say, I want SimVibe. You send that to me tomorrow. I will be randomly picking one of those names, and that person will get a license compliments of Sim Experience. So that'll be going on tomorrow's Pitstop. Sean, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com. Subject line, I want SimVibe. That's all you have to do, but you got to do it right, or you're not going to get found, and then I don't take the responsibility for that. So that is going to do it. Lots more going on today. Like I said, tune in a couple hours. You'll see that Jessica interview. Tune in tonight at 6. You'll see me well, crash and burn or have some personal successes in tonight's SRS Simpit Exos Challenge Series. That's at 6 p.m. And other than that, get out there and race. Have a good time. Send me pics of you on leaderboards. Let me know you're out there racing, having a good time. That's going to do it for today. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.